Your period color can indicate different health conditions. For example, having an orange or gray period blood can show that you have a vaginal infection, while a red or dark brown period blood can be an early sign of pregnancy. Hi ladies, I'm Famkene, and in today's video, we'll be talking about the different period colors and what they mean. If you are uncertain if your period color is normal or not, then you need to watch this video to the end. First of all, I want you to understand that period color isn't always red, and that different colors of period can mean a lot of things. For example, if you're on your period and you check your pants and you see a color that is not red, you don't need to panic. Let me explain. So let me start with the first period color that most women usually experience, which is the brown color. When your period color is brown or dark red, it only shows a sign of old blood, and it usually appears at the beginning or at the end of your period. And this does not mean that you have an infection. Yes. This brown color is as a result of oxidation. Any blood that stays in the uterus for a long period of time will react with oxygen, and this is oxidation. And when the blood oxidizes, the color becomes darker, and this is why your period is usually dark red or brown at the beginning or at the end of your period. Also note that brown blood or spotting can also be an early sign of pregnancy. But if you are pregnant already and you begin to see a brown blood or spotting, it can indicate a miscarriage or even an ectopic pregnancy, which is the implantation of the fertilized egg in the fallopian tube instead of in the uterus. And if you ever experience spotting or vaginal bleeding during pregnancy, you need to see your doctor immediately. Also, brown or dark red blood that occurs after giving birth is postpartum bleeding and is not a cause for concern. It's just the body's way of removing excess blood and tissue from the uterus. The next period color I'm going to be talking about is black. You may also experience black blood at the beginning and also at the end of your period. This is also a sign of old blood or blood that has stayed longer in the uterus and has had enough time to oxidize. Because during the oxidation process, it first turns brown, then proceeds to black. Most people think that a black blood indicates that there is a blockage in your vagina, but that is not true. You should only be concerned if you are experiencing a black blood alongside other symptoms like itching, a burning sensation, difficulty in urinating, or even fever. So the next period color is bright red. If your period color is bright red, it indicates a fresh blood and a steady flow. Your period may start with bright red bleeding and get darker towards the end of the period, while for some people it may be bright red blood throughout their period. It's also good to note that unusual spotting during menstrual cycles can be an indicator for sexually transmitted diseases like chlamydia and gonorrhea. So unusual growth in the uterine lining, called fibroid or polyps, can also cause unusual heavy bleeding with bright red color. Although it's very rare, but bright red bleeding when you are not on your period can also indicate cervical cancer. But then you would be experiencing this alongside other symptoms of cervical cancer like heavier periods, period that lasts longer than normal, unexplained weight loss, even bleeding after sexual intercourse. The next is pink color. This usually occurs when period blood mixes with cervical fluid or vaginal discharge. Also, you can experience this if you use hormonal birth control pills, because birth control pills can lower your estrogen level, and this can lead to lighter flow with a pinkish color during your period. Another thing that can cause your period blood to be pinkish is sex. This is because sex can create a small tear in your vagina or the cervix, and blood from these tears can mix with cervical fluid or vaginal discharge, therefore producing that pinkish color. Before we talk about the next period color, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe, like this video, turn on the notification bell, and share to your friends. Thank you. The next period color is orange. Orange period color may indicate an infection such as bacterial vaginosis or trichomoniasis. If you ever experience orange period color, check for other symptoms like vaginal itching, burning sensation, a foul smell, because all these are pointers to an infection. The last period color we're going to be talking about is gray. Gray period color is usually a sign of bacterial vaginosis, which is a condition that occurs due to an imbalance between the beneficial and the harmful bacteria in the vagina. Other symptoms that may point to bacterial vaginosis are a foul smelling odor, usually a fishy smell, itching in and around the vagina, burning or painful urination. Then, if you're wondering if your vaginal period color is normal or abnormal, the normal vaginal period color ranges from bright red to dark brown or black. But if you ever experience a grayish vaginal period color or orange vaginal period color, those are indicators that you have a vaginal infection. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share to your friends. Thank you very much for watching.